What's going on, guys? It's your boy XQ420 here, and in today's video, we're going to be looking at a clip from MSNBC, and they're talking about how the Latino, and they say the Latinx community may be becoming involved in some white supremacy, okay? I mean, it's just like, but hey, look, man, look, if you have certain tendencies, okay, if you enjoy the nuclear family, all right, you try to keep your credit score up, you know what I'm saying? Rather not steal, rather not be a victim, then you love the patriarchy and white supremacy, all right? That's just all there is to it. It's like I say, you are in fact now, sir, a white supremacist. Now, if it's your first time to the channel, do not hesitate to hit the subscribe button. You would already read it, but right here, okay? Here goes a clip right here, MSNBC, okay? They've got this gentleman right here, all right? And this young lady right here. Is she Latino? She looks more, she's probably American made, okay? But she seems to have some type of Asian descent. All right, some type of Asian descent in the blood, but she's probably she's full woke. She is with MSNBC. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what you got to have on your resume. I think it's got to automatically be on the resume. You know, it's like when they're doing the interview, they're like, "Do you denounce white supremacy?" It's like, "Yes, I do, with all my heart." It's just like, it's like I love BLM. I mean, you gotta do something like that, okay? Have you kneeled and kissed the foot of a black man this week? It said, yes, I have. You like,
come on, man.
Oh boy. So without further ado, I'm gonna let this clip roll out, then we're gonna go back through it and give it a little bit of a breakdown. So let's let the thing roll out right now.
It is a misconception that all white nationalists have to be white. But let's look at Hispanic white nationalists like Proud Boys leader Enrique Tarrio and online political activist Nick Fuentes. What have you seen in regards to non-white people becoming advocates for white supremacist ideas?
Thanks so much for having me, Katie, on. It's having me on, Katie. It's great to be back. The Latino identity, the Hispanic identity, the Latinx identity is incredibly complex. It is not exclusively a race. It is not exclusively an ethnicity. It creates a lot of room for extremist views like white supremacy. One of the phenomena that we've seen over especially recent years is misinformation, disinformation, and radical narratives being pushed into Spanish-speaking communities.
Hey, does anybody know what they talking about? Can y'all help me out? Anybody know what they talking about? I ain't got a clue what they talking about. But I mean, hey, like, man, they said Hispanic, Latino is not an ethnicity. I like, it ain't? I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, help your boy out. I mean, hey, bud, I'm learning new stuff every day. Now, they telling me I got 80 genders, but then they say Latino and Hispanic. Oh, it's not an ethnicity. Hell, it ain't even really a culture. And what is it, man? Ain't they got Mexican restaurants? Isn't that the thing? I mean, I'm trying to figure about. I mean, I'm out the loop, man. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Something happened. When it happened, I don't know. But something happened and I missed the boat. All right, I missed the boat, and folks are coming out with all kind of random shit now. Now, Latino folks, watch out, because they coming for your head now too. Okay, they saying y'all are white supremacists. Y'all are white apologists. Okay, your culture's becoming white, and it ain't right. All right, that's all there is to it. Becoming white and it ain't right. So we want to go back through this, and we want to give just a little bit of a breakdown, okay? A little bit of a breakdown, as we always do. So let's re-kick this thing off.
It is a misconception that all white nationalists have to be white.
So there it is, right out the gate. First things first, there's this misconception, all right? There's this thing that's floating around that the white nationalists have to actually be white, okay? Because we've seen plenty of the folks who were quote-unquote white nationalists. Let's go back to like one of the Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Brotherhood. Do you see a whole lot of black and Latino folks in there? I mean, I'll wait. Is that what we're saying in there? I'm trying to figure this thing out. I'm trying to figure the thing out. All right, I'm trying. I mean, let your boy know. Let your boy know. Then maybe there was a whole group of them, okay? And maybe I missed out on that. They said, well, yeah, he's a good old boy. Okay, these over here, these set of Latinos, these set of blacks, they were good old boys. Okay, so we're gonna invite them into our white supremacist group. It's just like, okay, I got you. So that's what she wants to kick off first. Is this misconception, okay, about what it means to be a white supremacist. You don't actually have to be white, okay? You don't actually have to be white. You just have to have ideals that white supremacists will have per se, whatever those are, and they'll make them up as they go along, okay? They'll make them up as they go along. Two-parent household, white supremacist patriarchy. You know what I'm saying? Oh, a mother and father. Oh, you want to call people by what they're born from for birth? It's kind of racist, white supremacy. It's just like, it's just anything. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's any and everything. So let's let this thing keep going.
But let's look at Hispanic white nationalists like Proud Boys leader Enrique Tarrio and online political activist Nick Fuentes. What have you seen in regards to non-white people becoming?
Now the Proud Boys, I don't really know a lot about the Proud Boys thing. I mean, it just seems kind of like a nothing burger to me on the Proud Boys. The Nick Fuentes, he's very, he's controversial, okay? He's controversial, Bo, about immigration and all kind of stuff, all right, about immigration. And look, man, folks can have their opinions about stuff, you know what I'm saying? And it can be that. He's not actually bothering me at all. But depending on what you say, you may be labeled Uncle Tom and a white supremacist, all right? That's just all there is to it. That's what you may be labeled.
Advocates for white supremacist ideas.
Thanks so much for having me, Katie, on. It's having me on, Katie. It's great to be back. The Latino identity, the Hispanic identity, the Latinx identity is incredibly complex. It is not exclusively a race. It is not exclusively an ethnicity.
Okay, so there it is. So Latino, Hispanic, Latinx. Well, I'm not exactly sure what the Latinx part is, but okay. So it's not really a race. It's not really an ethnicity. It's really complex. We're not really sure. We're undecided. And so with them being undecided and them kind of floating in the middle, it's real easy for them to get sucked into the white supremacy, okay? They get fully entrapped into it, okay? And it can become their whole being. I'm just like, well, like what? I mean, but this is what these folk talking about, okay? This is what these folk talk about all the time. They don't want to talk about how these cities are getting destroyed, but businesses are leaving these cities left and right, man. The Targets, Walmarts, Walgreens, they leaving these big cities left and right because folk keep stealing all the shit. We ain't gonna talk about how we got a debt ceiling that we can't pay for. They talking about raising it up and not paying for it. Now, I think I seen something the other day. So the government's like, "Oh man, we found $3 billion that we didn't know we had." What do you mean you didn't know you had it? What does that mean? We didn't say $3. We said $3 billion. Okay. We had the shutdown nonsense, all right? We had that nonsense, all right? They didn't do nothing but destroy lives. I don't know who it saved, okay? Can't nobody point on a sheet of paper and say it definitely saved Sister Susie, okay? And Deacon John. It saved both of them. I don't know. So, I mean, what we talking about? I mean, this is their talking points about Hispanics becoming white supremacists now. You just like, are you serious? But I mean, but we struggling. We struggling, man. We struggling. So my man right up here, he done told us that, hey, look, man. All right, boy, Hispanics, they starting to get enthralled. All right, they want to tote guns, which the cartels are. It's the cartel white supremacists. Let your boy know, are they white supremacists? I mean, I'm trying to figure the thing out. So it says Texas, they got the Axios up here. Texas small shooter among growing number of Hispanic white supremacists. Did y'all know there was a growing number of them? Did y'all know this? This is unbeknownst to me. I mean, they just like, hey.
Surprise, motherfucker.
I mean, that's what Hispanics like. Oh, you didn't know? Your ass better call somebody. We white supremacists now. It's like, what? We white apologists now. That's what we are. The growing number of Hispanic white supremacists. Boy, I tell you what, Bo, we struggling, man. That's all I know.
It creates a lot of room for extremist views like white supremacy. One of the phenomena that we've seen over especially recent years is misinformation, disinformation, and radical narratives being pushed into Spanish-speaking communities.
Okay, so there is misinformation and disinformation. The miss and the dis. Who gets to determine what's the misinformation and disinformation? Because the people who's been determining over the past few years are don't exactly have a great track record. Okay, let's just say that their track record ain't too good. All right, it ain't the greatest. So this is what we got right now. They're saying misinformation, disinformation being pushed into the Hispanic community, causing a growing number of Hispanic white supremacists. If you're Hispanic, if you're of the Latino descent, okay, Spaniard descent, did you know that you were now becoming white supremacists? Did you know that? I mean, that's what your boy wants to know. I mean, were you aware of that? Little did you know, okay? Little did you know that stuff has been infused into your culture. Hell, you're not even a race anymore. Not really an ethnicity. You're just kind of floating, okay? And as a floater, you know, anything can influence you, okay? You're like a baby, okay? That's what they're perceiving you as. Very malleable. You know what I'm saying? Young mind, okay? And with the young mind, the white supremacists are molding you into hating all of the races, including your own. It's just like, come on, man. I mean, oh, this is pitiful. I want to know y'all thought. Oh, I got something else. If y'all call stuff like this being white supremacists, you know what I'm saying? And I guess you can't be. I guess now you can't be racist towards white people. I mean, I guess that's not a thing. All right, that's what they're telling us. It's like, well, you know, they've always been the upper class. I'm like, you know, white people were enslaved too, right? I mean, I'm just. Man, if you've been alive on this planet, all right, you've had somebody who's been enslaved, who's been whooped, who's been murdered, all kind of stuff in your family. You've had all of it, okay? You've had the whole shebang. But look at this right here. London theater slammed for emphasizing whites are not welcome in upcoming play. I mean, you just like, what kind of supremacy is this? You know what I'm saying? Is this black supremacy? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Is this indigenous supremacy? Oh. Boy. It's just like, hey, look, let's read this right here. Despite the claim by the Theatre Royal, Stratford East in East London, that no one is excluded, the promotion materials for the July 5th rendition of American playwright Dave Harris' Tambo and Bones make expressly clear that white theater goers are not welcome. All right? Let's look at this. Tambo and Bones seek an environment in which an all-black identifying audience can experience and discuss an event in the performing arts, film, and cultural spaces free from the white gaze. I mean, boy, y'all, but you see this? Free from the white gaze. I mean, oh my good. So they can't discuss, you know, this playwright, this theater, okay, over some cheese and wine. You know, white folks can't experience this with black folks and talk about it, or indigenous folks, or whatever other kind of folks. Come on, man. You see what I'm saying here? I mean, all black identifying audience. What that mean? I mean, you know what I mean, black identified. Boy, you see this stuff right here, man, and you just like, man, this ain't real, is it? Is this a skit? Is this a skit on the skit? Well, I mean, come on now. How many black folk in London going to see this play? That's what I want to know, okay? Yeah, chicken pox is what it is. That's what these folk got. They got chicken pox. I mean, come on, man. But at least when the black identifying audience get there and experience and have the discussions over the cheese and wine and whatever else they drink over there in London. What y'all black folk drink in London? I got any black folk in London that watch me. Black folk, what y'all be drinking over there, okay? What y'all be drinking? Tea? Hot tea? Do y'all, when y'all make the discussion, is it over hot tea and crumpets? Is crumpets London? Is that English? I'm trying to figure the thing out. Hey, but at least you'd be free from the white gaze. All right, that's what's keeping. I want to know y'all thoughts on this in the comment section below. But MSNBC talking crazy. Latinos, they turn into white supremacists. I don't know if they knew it or not, but now you know, okay? Your boy wants to fill you in. I want to make sure that you're informed. But little did you know, your entire culture is just turned into a bunch of white supremacists. So that's what MSNBC is saying, and it's unbeknownst to you too. It's just kind of seeping into your pores. You don't really know what's happening, and then before you know it, y'all just all pretty much white apologists. So let me know your thoughts on this in the comment section below. I hope y'all did enjoy the video. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.